This video is going to teach you all about the selection tools on your Photoshop toolbar. So let's begin. The first tool that we're going to go over is the Move tool. It is the first tool on your toolbar and one of the most important tools. I highly recommend you remember this keyboard shortcut, which is V. Now the Move tool does exactly what it says. It lets you move a selection, you can move layers around, you can even move your background layer around within the frame. So let's practice. Over on your layers panel, you're going to find the layer that says background. It should be highlighted light gray, and if it's not, you can click on it. To the right of the layer, you should see a lock icon. That means the layer is locked. So if I try to go over to the screen and I try to move my layer, I get a pop-up in my Photoshop window. So to move my layer around, you're going to click on the lock to make it disappear. And if you notice, it went from background layer to layer 0. Now if I click on the flower with the Move tool, I can move the entire image around within my layer. To lock your layer again so that it doesn't move, all you have to do is go right above your layer and find the lock icon on your layers panel. What we're going to do before we lock it is right click on the layer, and we are going to duplicate the layer. We are going to name it background copy, and you're going to select OK. Now I can see I have two identical layers on top of each other. I'm going to click on layer 0. I'm going to click on the lock icon to make it locked. And to the left of the icon, I can see an eyeball, and I would like you to click on that eyeball. What that does is it hides the layer. So if I click on the other eyeball of my background copy layer, now I have a blank screen. So I'm going to click on the eyeball by the background copy layer and make sure that's my only layer that's visible. Now we're going to move on to the Marquee tool. It is the second tool on your toolbar, typically identified by a dotted line rectangle. If you hover your mouse over every tool on the toolbar, it will tell you the name of the tool and the keyboard shortcut that you need to write down. The keyboard shortcut for the Marquee tool is the letter M. The Marquee tool lets you make selections that are typically geometric. If you click and hold down on the Marquee tool, you can see we have the rectangular marquee, elliptical, or basically a circle, and you can make single rows or a column as well. So you're limited to only geometric shapes. So let's select the rectangular marquee tool. You are going to make sure you're selected or clicked on your background copy layer, so it should be light gray. And wherever you would like, I would like you to create a square or a rectangle and let go. This shape that you just created is called a selection. We can do two different things with this selection. If you select V on your keyboard to go to the Move tool and then click and drag the shape that you just created, you can move your selection around. This is great if you're working with more icons and text and you want to move it around without having to find the layer. You can just use the Marquee tool or any of the selection tools to move shapes. Now, what I would like you to do is select Control, which is in the bottom left of your keyboard and the bottom right, Control Z, so that that shape goes back to where you were. And then you're going to select Control D. That's how you deselect your selection in case you make a mistake and you want to go back. This time we're going to use the elliptical marquee tool. So you're going to click and hold on the marquee tool, select elliptical, and let go. So now on your toolbar you should see a circle. You're going to hold down the Shift key on your keyboard. There's two of them, one in the left and right. This will help you make a perfect circle, and you can make your circle wherever you'd like. Then I'm going to let go of my mouse before I let go of the Shift key, and that will keep it a perfect circle. Next, you're going to go up to your menu bar, and we're going to select Edit, Fill, and next to Contents, you're going to select this down arrow and select Color, and you can fill your circle with whatever color you like. Press OK, and then you have to press OK on the Fill menu as well, and then Photoshop will fill that shape. So if you wanted to start from scratch and make a bunch of different shapes and icons, you can also use the marquee tool in selection tools to create different graphics in Photoshop as well. Remember to deselect the circle. You're going to select Control D on your keyboard. The next tool on the toolbar is called the lasso tool. The keyboard shortcut for the lasso tool is L. Within the lasso tool, if you click and hold down, we have the selection brush tool, the lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, and magnetic lasso tool. We're pretty much just going to go over the lasso tool as a brief overview. The lasso tool lets you make free-handed selections. So you could paint an interesting shape or create an interesting selection and then go up to Edit, Fill. I'm going to choose a different color. And that is how you use the lasso tool. The magnetic and the polygonal lasso tool are just more specific ways to make selections. The polygonal lasso tool only lets you move in angles. Next on the toolbar is the quick selection tool. The main icon looks like a paintbrush that's painting a circle. The quick selections tool shortcut is W. The quick selection tool is probably the most popular selection tool that we will use out of the three within this project or within this class. The quick selection tool has the object selection tool as well as the magic wand, but within this tool we will really only focus on the quick selection tool. So what I would like you to do is hide your background copy layer with the eyeball. We are going to turn your bottom layer back on. It's probably called layer 0. And I'm going to unlock that layer. We are going to be working on this layer, and I'm going to show you how to use the quick selection tool. So you want to make sure you are selected on layer 0, which is light gray, and it has the eyeball turned on, and I am on the quick selection tool. On the options menu at the top of your Photoshop screen, you should see a button that says select subject. We're going to click that. After a minute and it loads, Photoshop will analyze the different colors that are in your photograph and try to guess where your main subject is in your photograph. Now, for the most part, it did a pretty great job and it captured the petals of the flower, but I want to have the stem as well. You are going to go up to your options bar and you're going to find the icon that is the paintbrush, and right above it you'll see a really tiny plus sign. This is how you can add to a selection, and then next to it you should see a paintbrush with a minus sign next to it, and that's how you delete from a selection in case Photoshop selects too much. So let's go over how to add and subtract from a selection using the quick selection tool. I'm on the icon with the paintbrush and the plus sign, and I need to make sure that my brush size isn't too big. Your brush size is the circle that you can see on your screen. So right now, I purposely increased my brush size so you can see that is a really big brush. Using your bracket keys, which are the two keys next to the letter P, you can make your brush size bigger and smaller. So before you add or subtract from your selection, you always want to make sure that your paintbrush isn't too big. Now, starting from the petals, I'm going to click down, and you can see Photoshop is starting to realize that this is part of my main subject. Great. Now you have a whole selected flower. On your keyboard, I would like you to select Control J. Now on your screen, it doesn't really look like anything happened, but over on your Layers panel, you should have a new layer. Mine's called Layer 1. If I hide my bottom layer by clicking the eyeball, I've duplicated my layer with just my selection. So the Quick Selection tool is a great resource for removing your background, which we will do a lot throughout this course. How about we fill up the background, and then I'm going to show you how to crop. I'm going to show you how to create a new layer right now. At the very bottom right corner of your Photoshop menu, you should see the trash can. That's how you can delete a layer. And next to that, you should see a plus sign inside of a square. If you hover over it, it should pop up, add a new layer, or create a new layer. You're going to select that icon, and now I have a layer 2. Let's go over how to rename our layers. Right now I'm getting a little confused because I have 4 layers and I'm not sure what's on what. So I'm going to turn this new layer that I just created, and I'm going to call it Colored Background. To rename your layer, all you have to do is click on the text. So I'm going to double click where it says Layer 2, and then I can rename it Colored Background. Press Enter. I'm going to click and bring this layer down underneath my layer 1. Let's rename our layer 1 to Flower. Great. So now, as a layer check, you should have that background copy layer where we created some shapes. I have my flower layer, named Flower. Underneath that, you should have your colored background, which is empty. And then underneath that, we have layer 0, which is our original image. All right, let's go to the colored background. At the bottom of your layers panel, you're going to find a half black and half white circle and click on it. Go all the way up to the top and select solid color. And this is where you can choose whatever color you would like for your flower assignment that you'll be turning in. All right, last but not least, we're going to quickly go over the crop tool. The crop tool is underneath the Quick Selection tool, and the keyboard shortcut is C. All you have to do is select it, and then you can bring the corners in however you would like to narrow in to your picture. To crop it, all you have to do is either hit the check bar or the check mark on your options bar, or you can hit Enter.